I'm sure you have noticed that on my main farm, I have a bunch of hoppers, deconstructors, an infinity blade, and even an infinity gavel. And all of these things cost key gems, like a lot of key gems. And you might be wondering, how on earth did I get so many key gems? Well, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you some of the methods I use to farm tons of key gems to pretty much buy anything you want at any time. Hey, you there! Yes, you. If you have not subscribed yet, you really should. Stardew Valley is an insanely huge game, and that means there will be tons of Stardew Valley videos to come. So consider hitting that subscribe button. Alright, let's get started with Key's Kindness. This is a relatively simple quest. All you need to do is give 50 love gifts in 1 week. Initially, this quest seems really hard, but you can give 2 gifts per villager per week. So, you technically only need 25 of the villagers' love gifts to complete this quest in time. The first time I did this quest, I did it the legit way. I got all of the villagers' specific loved items, and let me tell you this, it was a little bit stressful. Now, I have a much better way of doing this. All you need to do is build a coop, upgrade it all the way to a deluxe version, and then fill it up with rabbits. This will be a rabbit-only coop. Then place an order grabber in here, and if you have one, you should also place an order petter in this coop. Keep them fed and pet them every single day. Eventually, they will start to produce rabbit's feet for you. When you have 12 rabbits and they are all very happy, you will start to stockpile rabbit's feet. Like, you will have so many rabbit's feet that you can just use rabbit's feet for the entire special order request. This makes it incredibly easy to complete this quest because every villager except Haley loves rabbit's feet. So you won't have to fill your entire inventory with random items, and then you have to make sure you give the right item to the right person. With rabbit's feet, you can just run around town with some coffee and give rabbit's feet to everyone. Doing this will cause you to complete this quest with ease, and it almost feels like cheating. When you do complete this quest, you will get a very impressive 40 key gems. That is enough to buy an entire galaxy soul, and this quest has the added bonus of boosting your friendship with pretty much the entire town. Whenever I see the Key's Kindness quest, I always take it. Giving the rabbit's feet to the villagers for 40 key gems is just a way too easy to pass up. The next tip actually works for 3 of Misaki's special order requests. The Danger in the Deep quest that gives you 50 key gems, the Skull Cavern Invasion quest that gives you 40 key gems, and the less impressive Hungry Challenge that gives you 25 key gems. The Danger in the Deep quest will reset the regular mines and fill it up with stronger, more dangerous enemies, and will task you with reaching floor 120 within 7 days. At least in the regular mines, the elevator still works, so this one isn't that tough. The Skull Cavern Invasion quest will cause the Skull Cavern to be filled with super strong enemies, and it's no joke. The quest is actually really hard, but I found it extremely fun. You will have to reach floor 100 in the Skull Cavern. Naturally, there is no elevator in the Skull Cavern, and since the enemies are harder, this challenge can be quite difficult. And the Hungry Challenge will task you with getting all the way to floor 100 in the Skull Cavern, but you cannot eat or drink anything while you are in the Skull Cavern. This one is tough if you don't have access to enchantments yet, but it only gives you 25 key gems. For each of these quests, I did them the legit way the first time. I prepared, used my slingshot, and fought my way to the bottom of the mines for the reward. But that is just way too time consuming. So, if your goal is just to complete it for the reward, then you should craft a bunch of crystallariums. The more you have, the better, because we are going to be duplicating as many jades as we can. Luckily for us, jades only take 1.5 days to duplicate. We can very quickly stockpile tons of this stuff. Once you have a few hundred jades, head over to the desert trader on a Sunday and trade all of your jades in for staircases. That is right, staircases. We will need 100 staircases for the Skull Cavern challenges and 120 for the dangerous mines. Once you have the staircases and you have the quest, you can just use your staircases immediately on every floor. Do this constantly until you reach floor 100 or floor 120, and just like that, the quest will be done. If we pre-prepare for this special order request, we can simply complete it within a few in-game days, netting you a decent chunk of key gems almost immediately. I would recommend you try these quests out the normal way at least once to experience the increased difficulty, but for key farming purposes, staircases are the way to go. The 4 Precious Stone special order request looks like an incredibly scary quest because you will have to give 4 prismatic shards to Mr. Key and you only get 28 days to complete this quest. I will advise against doing this special order request until you reach the late game because prismatic shards are still pretty rare. But if you stack tons of luck, you can get tons of prismatic shards. I managed to get 10 of them on a single Skull Cavern run, but you don't actually need to be that lucky. This quest does not task you with finding 4 prismatic shards within 28 days. You just have to give Mr. Key 4 prismatic shards. If you have some spare shards laying around, you can accept this quest and immediately finish it, effectively allowing you to trade 4 prismatic shards for 40 key gems. It is a little bit expensive, but I do think it is worth it. Key's Prismatic Range is a quest that also looks very hard at first glance. But if you set up a small spot on your Ginger Island farm specifically for this quest, then this really is a piece of cake. This quest will task you with finding 100 red, yellow, green, blue, and purple items. To complete this quest with relative ease, just plant cranberries, corn, blueberries, and some grapes on your Ginger Island farm. Those should give you enough items for red, blue, yellow, and purple. You can also use sap for yellow, as you will probably have tons of this stuff anyway. For green, I think the easiest thing to use is fiber. You can plant some fiber seeds if you want to, or you can just deconstruct raw starters for fiber. Orange is a tricky one because oranges and pumpkins are really valuable and take a really long time to grow, so the easiest way to settle orange is to buy 100 copper ore from Clint. This will cost you 15,000 gold, but it is worth the convenience in my opinion. This special order request does need a lot of setup, but once you have everything, you can pretty much complete this quest as soon as you get it. And that is exactly what I want. Free key gems. And those are the special order requests that I always do when I see them, because I know I can complete them relatively quickly. Some of the other ones give too little key gems to be worth it, but the Keys Crop special order request gives the most key gems at 100 key gems. It is true that that is a decent amount of gems, and it is probably worth doing it, but I usually just skip it, because it can take between 1 to 2 in-game weeks to complete it, and I ain't got no time for that. And if you have any tips and tricks to farm some key gems, please drop them in the comments below. Maybe there are even more effective methods that I even don't know about. But for now, I will see you in the next video.